Well, the Make America Healthy Again movement is making major progress, revamping the food industry in the first 6 months since the Trump administration entered office. And they have made major advancements. Some of their major moves include taking steps to phase out certain synthetic food dyes. A growing body of research suggests that artificial food dyes may be linked to hyperactivity, irritability, and other potential health issues in kids. At least 8 dyes are expected to be removed from the U.S. food supply by the end of 2026. The administration also investigating the impact of ultra-processed foods and the potential harm they have on children's health, especially if the fact that they contribute to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. And earlier this year, Operation Stork Speed was launched to enhance infant formula, their milk, while making it more reliable. They're also, by the way, pushing for more women to breastfeed, which is an even healthier option. It's a joint effort between the HHS and the FDA. Already, a number of states have been embracing MAHA-related policies. Look at this. There's a number of brands that are making major MAHA-inspired product changes. So here to discuss all of these changes is FDA Commissioner Marty Makary. Marty, it's so great to have you on today, and we're so proud of the advancement that you've made together with Dr. Oz and Bobby Kennedy in all of these areas. Talk to me about what you think we will see in terms of, I mean, we're seeing these policy changes, but what will we see, do you predict, in 4 to 8 years with these changes in terms of health for Americans?
Well, Rachel, good to see you. You know, we've been in office about 3 to 4 months, and already we've made tremendous progress, and we're going to keep going, not just the 9 petroleum-based food dyes being removed from the food supply. Remember, the naysayers said it wasn't real when we announced it. Here we have almost half of the nation's food manufacturers pledging to abide by our commitment within the time frame that we specified. We're seeing the next step now where titanium dioxide, another chemical, is being removed by one of the big candy makers. We're going to rewrite the food pyramid. That has been a broken piece of misinformation. We're going to end the 70-year war on natural saturated fat by the medical establishment. It was dogma. It was never supported by data. We're going to have food guidance that's based on data, and it's not going to ignore ultra-processed food, something completely ignored. The grains stripped of fiber and chopped up that function like sugar. We did the work on infant formula, hormone replacement therapy, you know, in this administration. And in this FDA, we believe that for too long, issues of women's health have been ignored and not gotten the attention they deserve. So we had a big roundtable on hormone replacement therapy for perimenopausal women.
I've been really impressed with how the 3 of you have also been working with influential food influencers on social media. So many young people, all my adult children are all into health. I mean, it's kind of like you've latched onto the idea that it's popular and you're helping to promote it culturally, which I think is so important as well. I want to talk about 2 things that you are doing that don't get as much attention. One of them is the move away from animal testing, which I think, you know, PETA's happy, everyone's happy. We've been relying too much on the abuse of animals to make, you know, many of these changes in food and drugs. Also, I've been really impressed with the fact that you've, when it comes to infertility, yes, the Trump administration has been supporting IVF, but there's also been this emphasis on natural ways to do it, not just depending on pharma to, you know, sort of give the solution and instead getting to the root cause of infertility, which often is many dietary issues.
Yeah, that's right. Look, not every health problem needs to be solved first with a pharmaceutical product. Maybe we need to talk about school lunch programs, not just putting kids on Ozempic. Maybe we need to talk about our new SNAP waivers, which is a first in this administration that gets away from SNAP for junk food and sugary drinks instead of just talking about insulin. So we're seeing an entire shift. Research by Jay Bhattacharya at the NIH now focusing on root causes. And look, at the FDA, we're cutting the red tape, the regulations, and the idle time and the waste in that 10-year process. Why does it take 10 years for a new cure to come to market? You asked, what are we going to see in the next couple of years? Look, I'd like to see a cure for type 1 diabetes, for neurodegenerative diseases, for some types of stage 4 cancer. I think there's potentially promising treatments not only for them, but for a universal flu shot. So we're not guessing every year. You get long-term protection. So look, we're going to cut red tape. Part of that was reducing animal testing. It added 6 months to a year to the process. And animal testing was not very predictive of how the drugs do in humans. Computational modeling and other technology is better in many cases. And I don't believe God made animals for us to torture and subjugate. So we're doing the right things, and we're using common sense.
Yeah, a compassionate FDA, NIH, and HHS. What a beautiful thing. And also an FDA director who says we need to look at root causes and not immediately run to pharmaceutical companies for the answers. This is like a new day, and we can't wait to see the results at the end of these 4 years. But probably we'll see it in 8 years, the expense that our government has on chronic diseases. I think they'll drop. I'm really proud of everything that you and Jay and Bobby and Dr. Oz are doing. You all should be very proud as well of yourselves. So thank you, Dr. Marty Makary.
Thanks so much,
amazing.
Rachel. Thanks a lot.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.